it's just really interesting to me that it's like they played their little white card on election day and they about to find out they're people of color.
One more time. One more time. One more time. All right, welcome to Racist of the Week. My name is Reese Waters. This is where we explore the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And as usual, if you have any suggestions or nominees, you can put them in the comments. You can email me at reese@reesewaters.com. Today's nominee was actually sent to me by one of our members on the channel, Sydney, so shout out to you. Today's nominee, Christina Rodriguez. Now, when it comes to the most problematic of the Latino Trump supporters, I would have to give my bronze medal to the son.
Mireya and their 29-year-old son, Mario Jr., did vote for Trump.
Initially, I will say I did not agree with him. And then I started seeing that he was not afraid to speak his mind. And I noticed that he was not scared to say what he felt, regardless of what people would say. And I think I respect that about him.
So you liked his kind of brashness, his personality?
Yeah, I would say yes.
And I think I gotta give the silver medal, and this is tough, I gotta give my silver medal to his mama, talking about they're here to take the criminals home.
In what way do you think they're different?
The people that are coming here are the criminals, you know? The ones that did something bad in their country, they're running away from their law.
Despite having close family members who are undocumented,
migrant invasion,
they don't believe they'll end up in Trump's crosshairs. When you hear Trump promise mass deportations, do
Yes.
you worry about them?
Yes and no, because the ones that I know, they're doing good. They're not breaking any law.
Despite me having come here illegally and all the relatives I have undocumented not committing no crimes. That is wild. But my gold medalist for most problematic has to go to the dude who said he doesn't regret it even if he's deported. ... because he wants a better life for his children.
So you support Donald Trump because of the economy?
For the economy, yes.
Do you support his mass deportations?
No, it's not human.
Are you afraid that you could be deported in this mass deportation?
I'm not afraid.
That has gotta be gold medal. It was tough. It was tough between him and the mama, but he also made a point that he was voting based on the economy. Yeah. You know, the economy that drew him here and has kept him here up to this point. Yeah, that economy. But from what Sydney told me, I think Christina Rodriguez might be able to get on the board.
We begin tonight with a discussion that's been making waves, how some Latinos support President-elect Donald Trump. As we've reported, Trump has proposed mass deportations for illegal immigrants, saying you don't have to go home, but you have to get your ass the hell out of here.
Well done. I like Isiah Factor. Yeah, I like Isiah Factor. I'm going to become a viewer.
He says, no anchor babies. Just because you were born here from illegal immigrants don't mean you stay here. His words. And here's a quick snapshot of voter turnout for the 2024 election. About 73 million Americans voted for Trump, including 45% of Latino voters. Tonight, we revisit this topic about the reasoning behind the support, a topic we began Monday. Let's jump back into the conversation. Joining us on The Factor Uncensored tonight to talk about this, Executive Director Phil Houston, Cesar Espinoza, supporters of President-elect Donald Trump, Christina Rodriguez and Georgia Brago, along with Texas State Representative Jolanda Jones, who wouldn't ask Trump for a drop of water if her damn head was on fire. Burn, baby, burn.
This is true.
Yeah. This gonna be require viewing. I'm gonna be watching this. And by the way, Mr. Brago, I'm watching you. Don't think you can't get a nomination. Be careful.
So you saw the earlier interview, and so you're joining us now. Your thoughts about Latinos supporting President-elect Donald Trump?
So sadly, I say I don't understand, but self-hate is real. And all I know is this. They say they did it for the economy and jobs. They ain't gonna be here for a good economy if there is one, and there ain't gonna be no jobs. They're gonna get deported. They're trying to uncitizen people. There will be no anchor babies. And they said, you know what? We ain't got to separate your families. You know what we're going to do? We'll just take all of y'all. Mm-hmm. So I think they signed up for a bill of goods, and Trump is showing exactly who he is now. And I feel really badly for Latinos. However, they chose Trump overwhelmingly. So
and let's just go over this really quick.
Well, they didn't choose him overwhelmingly, but touche with self-hate is real. To the whole point about economy and jobs, really they were being selfless. They were being selfless is what they were doing, because they willingly chose to be ejected to help our economy provide more jobs for the rest of us. Apparently that's what they meant. But that makes more sense than what they talking about.
So first of all, I don't believe there's an illegal person, right? So you might be here undocumented. Right, as you know,
but you still can't vote.
Right, no, you cannot vote.
Right,
so there are no undocumented people voting for Trump. They didn't vote for Trump, right? The families did. But it's really interesting as I've listened to Latinos speak about it, and I have Latinos in my family. My son is half Latino. My ex-husband is Colombian. And my granddaughter is half Indian. Her mother's from India. Her family's from India. And as I listen, it's just really interesting to me that it's like they played their little white card on election day, and they about to find out they're people of color.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
They played their little white card on election day, and they about to find out they're people of color.
All right, George, let's bring you into this conversation, hearing what Yolanda has to say. Your thoughts about that?
So I think the key word here is illegal, right? We're Americans. Latinos are Americans. We're not illegal. We voted for who we think would represent our best interests. We want safety. Latinos come here for the American dream. That American dream is disappearing. The past few years have been tough for our people, not just for Latinos, for everyone. We come here for the American dream. We want safety for our children. We want better futures for our family. We want education, and we see that dwindling away. Mm-hmm. So we voted for who we think is in our best interest. That would be Donald Trump. Latinos don't identify with Kamala Harris. You know, she's out there pandering and this and that. We're not with that. We're way past that.
Today's second nominee, George Abrego. All right, I said I was gonna have to remain calm. That's one of the things I'm gonna have to do throughout this is remain calm. Pandering how? Pandering how? I'm just trying to figure out how she was pandering because she didn't? Because she didn't speak in front of the crowd holding mass deportation signs? Is that way she was pandering? Huh? She pandering because she advocated for a path to citizenship? You one of those dudes who get turned off as soon as somebody like you, huh? Is that what it is? The relationship was perfect till I realized that she cared about me as a person. I can't accept that. Then he topped that off with we don't identify with Kamala Harris. So what is it that you identify with Donald Trump? I'm just curious. How much was your inheritance, sir? Huh? How much was your inheritance? Trying to figure out how many contractors have you left unpaid? How many felonies you been able to walk around with around your ankle while free? How many reality shows you done hosted? How many buildings you had your name taken off of? How many corn stars went on late night TV and made a mockery of your mushroom?
You know, Donald Trump, he's a billionaire businessman, yet he's out there speaking like just a common folk, you know. It's just who we identify with, and yeah, the bottom line is one of the biggest reasons was obviously economical reasons. We voted because of our pockets.
Economical reasons. You voted because of your pockets. What was the policy? What was the policy? Oh, I get it. Because you didn't listen to all the economists that threw his plan in the trash because they weren't talking like common folk. Is that what it is? Because they were using all the big words. Is that what it was?
You know, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier, and we were talking about the fact that some people, when they become either U.S. citizens or they've been here maybe a generation or two, they seem to
Super American.
They seem to get amnesia of where they came from, where their roots came from, and it seems like, and I've been talking to a lot of people in the last couple of days, and they're saying, you know, if we went through it, you have to go through it. Like, what happened to humanity, where just because I went through something, you don't have to go through it?
Now, what he's saying right there is real. That is a real aspect of our makeup. As not even as Americans, just as human beings. There is a part of we went through it, y'all have to go through it. We see it with punishments that are handed down generations. We just saw it on Capitol Hill when it comes to school loan forgiveness. Well, I paid my loans off, so why should y'all get a reprieve? That is a real thing. We went through it. Why shouldn't you guys have to go through it? Except in this particular aspect, one thing we know is that they have given themselves the ability to stop and confront based on the perception of otherness, who looks other. And you tell me how different you look than them undocumented relatives that you trying to eject. And that's once you get past the basic humanity and the ways in which you have been characterized. But yeah, I know economical trumps that.
You know, being a free black man or black woman was illegal in this country at one point. So, and at times, being a white person was illegal in this country. When the Native Americans didn't invite pilgrims to come in and say, hey, give us smallpox, kill us, put us in reservations. No, they came, they conquered this country, they colonialized this country, and they fed and they embedded the colonialism mentality into our people, and we still can't get over that. We still can't be proud of ourselves and speak our language and be proud of the fact that we're Latino, and now we have to play the white card and say, oh, I'm one of y'all. Hey, don't come ask me for my papers, because now I'm one of you. And that's sad to hear. You
know, this actually reminds me of a comment that I got underneath one of the response videos that I've had. It was from a Latino man who was saying the fact that we all just get lumped into one, undocumented, documented, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, whatever the case may be, we all get lumped into one, and that's enough for us to vote Trump. What you talking about, man? What you talking about, man? I can understand the idea of you not being a monolith, and I can understand there's lots of different factors, and you don't like the fact that you are considered a bloc. Who are the ones out here telling you to speak English?
This is a country where we speak English, not Spanish.
It's the Harris voters? Yeah, it was the Harris voters out here telling you go back to it's the Harris voters that's doing that, right? Yeah.
Christina, your thoughts about this?
I'm a proud Mexican-American Chicana, and I know that there's many others who feel the same way that I do.
Here we go. I
really feel like that we voted for President Trump because he really does stand for certain culture identities of outside of like just the color of our race, but also our morals, our values.
Okay, I'm going to stop her right there. What morals? What morals? What values? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you fit. What values? What morals? Because you want to tell me he stands for things outside of the color of our race. So I'm just going to ignore all of the white supremacy that was. I'm going to ignore that. You said morals and values. You said morals and values. Yeah. Oh, look, it's E.G. and Carroll.
And I really feel like that President Trump was the best selection for us to vote for, and that's why we actually voted for him.
Let's support Trump. He's a real criminal. 32 convictions.
I mean,
he's saying he's 34.
Kamala Harris is dumber than a box of rocks.
You hear what she just said? Kamala Harris, and she said Kamala, is dumber than a box of rocks. Now, at least George had the decency to try and couch it as he speaks like a regular, he speaks like a regular person.
Too many good docs are getting out of business. Too many OBGYNs aren't able to practice their love with women all across this country.
So, if you're wondering why this was a racist of the week, this is it. We know what Kamala Harris's education is. We know what her background is. We also have heard Donald Trump on the campaign trail. And we basically saw him in the last 2 weeks give up campaign. Why is it that you would come to the conclusion that Kamala Harris is dumber than a box of rocks? Why is that? How do you, I'm just like, you just brush past the litany of meltdowns and mistakes you've seen from Donald Trump. She's had none of that, but she's dumber than a box of rocks. Why? What is it about Kamala Harris that makes you think she's dumber than a box of rocks? And what is it about Donald Trump that makes you ignore all of the things that would cause just your average person to come to that conclusion, sight unseen?
She didn't have no policy.
Wow. Man, Isiah, let me on the panel, man. Let me on the panel. I'll come down there. Let me on the panel, man. Come on. I can't keep doing this from away. Christina, what was the policy? Huh? What was the Trump policy that did it for you? Was it the deportation? Was that what it was? Because that's the only one we know.
She didn't even have a plan. She didn't have anything.
She didn't have a plan. This man said he had concepts of a plan at the debate where she gave policy. And her point is she didn't have a plan. Because I didn't come here pressing you for making that choice for a specific reason. But you have left me no choice. You have left me no choice.
You clearly haven't sat for a bar, because if you sat for a bar,
just because you have a title doesn't mean that you're smart.
So she wants to dismiss her credentials and say just because you have a title doesn't mean that you're smart. But he's smart though, right? Without the title and sounding like he does. He's smart though, right? I wonder what it is about him.
I know people who go to Harvard University.
That's a lie.
Okay. I went to high school. I graduated from college. 4 years of that.
Your
I went to
title
law
doesn't
school.
make you anything.
I didn't say it did. But you know what? The people elected me.
Correction. Your title doesn't make you smart. Everybody else's does. But some of your titles don't make you smart. So you can give me all the qualifications you want, brown lady. That don't make you smart.
And I am the state representative for House District 147.
Well,
but it's just like women to put women down and to call them dumb. So what is she? I mean, she ain't got no degree. Is she dumb?
I do have a marketing degree, by the way, and I'm not dumb. And I do know that there's no policy.
What does your degree mean? But anyway, the point is, self-hate is real.
I love myself, and I'm
is real, and I pray for Latinos in this country because they're going to get deported, and their families.
I just need a quick five because she don't respect Kamala Harris's bar card, but she wants us to respect her marketing degree. That's what she just said. That is That is what you just said.
Okay, Christina, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Since you started it,
No.
wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm just, saying, like, we needed policy, we needed a plan. All she ever talked about was LGBTQ.
We cooked the damage that the right-wing echo chamber, mostly Rupert Murdoch, but he got a little bit of help now with Newsmax and OAN. One of the things I have said, I've been making videos every day. Since May, I've been making videos every day. You know how many times I talked about that? But every time somebody appears on Fox News, that's what it is. Whether it is Kamala Harris going on Fox News, or whether it is Newsmax trying to address Jasmine Crockett. No matter what it is, they gonna make sure they get in something gay or trans to scare away the conservative white folks. Not really for you, but they will take you if you will respond in lockstep with their conservatism. They will take it. If that's where you're at with it, that's how I know your channel ain't been off them 3. Now, I gotta figure out whether or not I respect the fact that she actually tried to take the stuff she heard there out into the real world like it was legitimate. Like, did she think Isiah Factor was on OAN? Like, I'm trying to figure out why she thought that would be accepted by mixed company.
George, let's bring into this the theory of super Americans being more American than American because the roots may be from somewhere else. And also your thoughts on separating families.
The super American theory, though I've heard that before, whether it exists or not, I'm sure it exists. I've never experienced that personally with anyone that I know. I'm sure it exists and it's out there.
Ain't you the one that said that Kamala Harris was pandering because she respected you as human beings? That was you? Yeah, I think we've seen the super American theory. Yeah, I think we've seen that. Yeah. Economical.
It's because of immigration policies that your grandparents and your ancestors were able to come here, were able to establish themselves and provide
there's a right way to do
with
it.
a better life. What is the right way to do it? I waited for 33
Not
years
illegally.
to get to where I am today. And I barely became a green card holder. Now because of that, I'm going to change my name to Charles and start forgetting my Spanish. Like, we have to be proud of who we are, and we have to stand up for one another, because I guarantee you that when they come for one of us, they're going to come for all of us, and they're not going to care whether you're third, fourth generation. They're going to come after you. They're going to question you. If you walk into a store and with a Caucasian, they're going to look at you different, and we can't. America is not a post-racial America. We are still a very segregated nation based on slavery. I mean,
it's crazy that this isn't obvious. Like, it's crazy to me that you really think they see you. You really think people got these Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses on who tells me who is and who isn't undocumented, how many generations they've been here. And the people that come up green, you gotta leave them alone. But the people that come up red, you make them speak English and tell them get out the country. What videos y'all been looking at?
Can we just have a show on this, Isiah? I think we need to have a series on this.
I don't live in that snowflake mentality of victim. I'm a victimhood. We're past that.
There's
No, we are past that. We're way past that.
Apparently we're not. Were you not just complaining about what's going on with it? That was you, right? That was you. So when are you a victim and when are you not a victim? Because you also were the one earlier talking about you voted for your Wallace at Economical because you've been on hard times. You literally sat here and talked about how you and your people have fallen on hard times. So when is it snowflake and victimhood, and when is it you telling your story? Oh, when it's me, this my story. But But you a snowflake over there. Who you think you are, Spanish Rob Smith? But I know at least Christina Rodriguez ain't struggling. She ain't struggling because she got a marketing degree. She got a marketing degree. She's smart.
You just got your green card. You just got your immigration status. So you know right now in this time, while all of this nonsense is going on about Latinos, the immigration lawyers are about to bawl. And there's people like me who are going to fight for those who are undocumented. There's people like you who are going to fight for the undocumented because I have a business. I have a nonprofit. We work in the same area in Houston. So we know that this is not just going to be a fight that's just going to go and happen and these people are going to get deported. No, it's not.
Did she just say she was going to fight for the Go get her degree. No, go get it. Go get it. The one true thing she said was having a degree don't make you smart. She gotta come off that. I don't care if it don't apply to what she just said. Ain't no way she qualified for nothing.
I'm just gonna say this, immigration lawyers are about to ball because there is gonna be a big fight. There's a big fight that's gonna happen and it's gonna be to keep people here who are supposed to be here. If you're illegal and you're doing things that are against the law, you better be afraid. But people like myself, people like Cesar, we are going to help fight and make sure that the right people stay here, DACA stays here. It's still a fight for us, for our people.
Is that contradictory to the way you voted, though?
It's not contradictory because it's just his opinion. What he wants, what he feels is right, is not always right. Just because you have a title doesn't make you smart. Just because you went to a certain school doesn't mean that you come from the best background. There's just people who just think a certain way, and there's people like us that have to show you that's not always the right way.
Okay, one thing that I do a lot on my videos is I run things back when somebody really hits it. In this particular case, I just need y'all to hit me in the comments. Can any of you watching make sense of what she just said? I just please, please somebody hold my hand, walk me through it.
You know what?
Trump thinks that Hispanics and Puerto Ricans are trash.
No, that wasn't him who said that. That was one of his representatives. Nope, go back and watch that. But it wasn't him.
Which of Kamala's representative said that? Which Kamala's representatives? Which Kamala's representative said that, huh? What? Huh? Oh, but when the comedian said it, they pulled him off stage. No, they ain't pulled. No, they ain't that. They kept right on going with the hate fest. I don't see how you shake that off. I mean, really, if I was, I'd have got up and walked off because it's no future. This cannot go good after that.
But it wasn't him.
And he's my staffer, and he said something offensive to somebody else.
It wasn't him.
That's not going to be my staffer.
Okay,
let me just say this. Look, Latinos are naturally conservative. Whether you like it or not, it's very true. Naturally conservative. We value family values, religion. That's what we value, you know.
I think that's about everybody, George.
That's us too. That's us too.
Well, that aligns more with the Republican side of things,
and Democrats.
Right?
No, they're just.
The Democrats haven't done anything in the past 4 years.
So
let's talk economy.
Let me finish with this. Let me
All
finish
right.
with this. You know, I believe it was in 1982. Ronald Reagan said that Latinos are conservative. They just don't know yet. Well, now it's 2024, and they know it. We know it. The world knows it. America knows it.
All right. Go ahead, Cesar.
I'm here to change the world, so we're going to make Latinos a lot more progressive.
And I'm right there with you too.
It's important to point out that we talk a lot about economics, voting for the economy. Wait till you start mass deporting people. And people start leaving.
That already started
into different places.
with the Obama.
And people started leaving like places like they did in Florida.
And
a burger start costing $52, $26, whatever. An iPhone's going to cost $300 more. There's a lot of things that are coming, and then people are going to say, "Oh, we messed up. We don't want to be in the field thinking
during the past 4 years."
Wasn't y'all just talking about all the people coming in? Like, y'all can't even stay consistent through one Isiah Factor.
And a burger start costing $52, $26, whatever. An iPhone's going to cost $300 more. There's a lot of things that are coming, and then people are going to say, "Oh, we messed up. We don't want to be in the field thinking
during the past 4 years."
But it's
until
funny,
the election right
but
now.
But it's really funny.
And it was all with the
that
Democrats
Ronald Reagan talked about trickle-down
economics.
and economics, and economics didn't trickle down. So he's like the great white hope for people that want to be super white.
Well, I, for one, am happy that George has found his religion and his conservatism in Trump. That is a solid representative of your faith. That is, so I know where you're coming from with your nonsense. As far as her, I could barely make heads or tails. Like, literally, one thing you would say before he even went to commercial break, you would lose it and contradict yourself. But the one thing you were consistent about is you weren't about to vote for no Kamala Harris, no matter how many times you had to contradict yourself. And I wonder why that is. And had the nerve to try and throw Obama in there at the end. Yeah, let's blame Obama for mass deportations, which I don't know if she's actually talking about Obama or if she's doing the Trump thing where she's calling Biden Obama. Either way, congratulations to both of y'all. You are our Racist of the Week nominees. And by the way, I also still need somebody in the comments to make sense of what she said. Like, I am fumbling for the mouthpiece like Mike Tyson in Tokyo. Trying to figure out where she went with that one. Like, this might take me all week. By the way, shout out to Cesar. You might know his work.
There's still a lot of machismo. There's still a lot of misogyny. And something that we need to say aloud is there's a lot of anti-blackness.
Yeah, he about that action. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Now, I get asked all the time how people can help out. One way is by joining. The link to membership is in the description box to all the videos. But if you actually want to get more hands-on involved, I happen to be adding to my team. So if you have any experience, whether it be research, technology, editing, especially if you can edit, go ahead and send me an email to reese@reesewaters.com. Just put in help wanted or help a brother out, or let me hold a little something to the 15th. Just let me know in the subject heading that you are here to join the team. That would be greatly appreciated. I also want to send a shout out to all of the active members that we have right now. You guys have been phenomenal. I'm going to be ramping up in the new year, whether it be hot waters or running waters or waters under the bridge. We're going to be trying a whole lot of new stuff. Speaking of which, there's that whole second channel, you know, that whole meditation and mindfulness project that I've been working on. We gonna need that in 2025. We definitely gonna need that in 2025. All the more reason to add to the team.